This is your St. Mary's Gaels baseball recap for Friday, March 17th, 2023. I'm Brian Professor B. Davis on the Smc-Tv Plus audio cast. St. Mary's Gaels baseball update is presented by Pepsi. Pepsi, the official soft drink of St. Mary's Gaels athletics. St. Mary's Baseball opened the 2023 West Coast Conference play with an extra inning roller coaster affair that had unfortunate injuries, verbal exchanges in a ninth inning rally, but fell in a 5-3 loss to the Santa Clara Broncos in this Bay Area West Coast Conference rivalry opening on Friday afternoon in Moraga. A pair of RBI singles from the Broncos gave them an early lead in the top of the third innings. The brothers Dawson, Cole Brigman delivered a pair of hits, making the family affair in early going. Derek Quinto started the day for the Gaels with 4 innings of efficient work through the day, was not involved in the decision when his day was ended, unfortunately, with a line drive that connected with his left wrist in the top of the 5th inning. He completed the game play with a smooth glove flip over first, but unfortunately, the lefty ace could no longer continue pitching. Incognito's day was done after 62 pitches, allowing 2 runs with 4 strikeouts. The Gaels cut into the deficit in the bottom half of the 4th with Bill Ralston scored on a throwing error by the Broncos second baseman, trying to turn a double play on Coleman Schmidt. Ground ball cutting to the score, the favorite 2-1 in favor of the Broncos. Nathan Chung would also be removed from the game after being struck in the head by a pitch in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Tempers flared between the two familiar Bay Area rivals in the top of the 8th inning when a Bronco slid into second baseman Hunter Hiroyama on a 5-4-3 double play that turned by the Gaels. Players exchanged words after that slide into second, and warnings were issued by a home plate umpire who warned to discourage any more of it in the series. Entering the bottom of the 9th inning, the Gaels trailed by 1 run. Ralston started the inning with a leadoff single to right field and was pinch ran by freshman Cody Kashimoto. After a sacrifice fly, a productive out move by Kashimoto with 2 outs, he scored on a pass ball to even the game at 3-3, forcing extra innings as the Gaels dugout erupted. After a scoreless 10th frame, the Broncos scored 3 times in the 11th on Malcolm Williams and John Baring, responsible with a pair of clutch hits, giving the Broncos a 5-2 lead. Their lead was too much for the Gaels to overcome. St. Mary's pushed 1 run on a throwing error, but it was not enough to climb back from a 5-3 loss. Skylar Callis picked up the win for the Broncos, pitching both in extra innings. And leading the way for the Gaels in the contest was at the plate was by the day as Christian Almanza went 1 for 5. Nick Bastoni had had 1 at bat with a walk. Then also for the Gaels in the contest, it was just Bill Ralston 2 for 4 with a run score in the contest. And the final numbers in the pitching for Quinto, he went 4 innings pitched, giving up 7 hits, 2 earned runs, walked none with 4 strikeouts in only 4 innings of work. And let's give you the final totals of the contest. For the Broncos, 5 runs on 14 hits. They had 3 errors. And then for the Gaels, 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher goes to Skylar Hales. He goes to 2-1. The losing pitcher, Preston Howie, was the loser. His record falls to 0-2. There were no home runs in the contest. Time of the ball game was 2 hours and 45 minutes. So with the loss, the Gaels dropped their record to 0-1 in West Coast Conference play. They've now dropped to 5-10 overall. The Gaels have now lost 40 out of their last 56 games. They're 16-3 overall. Last year in 2022. They have now lost 40 of their last 56 games since starting 14-0 last year. They have lost 6 of 8 at home as well. The Broncos will play a doubleheader Saturday to conclude the conference schedule with weather, with the hitting up in the Bay Area on Sunday, and the speculate it will be the first game in Moraga will be at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for Game 1. The second game will start to the doubleheader immediately conclusion of the second game. You can catch all the action on smcgaels.com via the WCC network as Tim Fitzgerald and Griffin Snyder with the play-by-play in action in Moraga. And for the latest news on St. Mary's Gaels athletics and so much more, go to smcgaels.com. That's it for now. I'm Brian Davis. And once again, the final score on Friday in Moraga, the St. Mary's Gaels fall to the Santa Clara Broncos in a heated contested Game 1 2023 West Coast Conference season opener as the Gaels lose to the Santa Clara Broncos by a score of 5-3. St. Mary's Gaels baseball is presented by Pepsi. Pepsi, the official soft drink of St. Mary's Gaels athletics. St. Mary's Gaels baseball is an Smc-Tv Plus audio podcast in association with the Satellite Digital Media News Network, where every team has a fan and every fan has a voice. The network home of champions.